Hey guys, welcome to Ask. I'm Taylor,
I'm Brittany.
and we're going to be answering y'all's questions that you sent us on Twitter and in the YouTube comments. So without further ado, let's get started. Brittany, if you would choose a question.
Okay. What is a childhood story that your parents always tell?
That was a question we had last time. But if you if you want to hear my answer, just go back to the last video. But we haven't heard your answer, so I guess that one just, or at least I think that was one that was, yeah, that was one that we did.
I'm trying to think. About me?
See, that's the problem we had is that we didn't know if it was for about us or about our parents, about like their childhood or something. So we answered it both ways. If you
I can answer both ways. I mean, my parents are always talking about, of course, how cheap things were and how expensive, and oh, well, we didn't have that growing up. But pretty much about cell phones, taking pictures on cell phones, taking pictures in general. But I guess the childhood story about myself that my parents always tell is about this one time when me and my brother were playing mini golf in the house, and I wanted to pick up something off the floor, and my brother, swung back. I was probably 5. No, I was younger. I was probably like 4, and he was 7 because he's 3 years older than me. And I got hit like right here above the eye with the golf club, and I had to go to the
dang.
ER.
Oh, dang.
I mean, I didn't know. All I knew was I
Were
went
you
running.
bleeding a lot?
I mean, I didn't know what it was. I was like 4. All I did is I couldn't see out of my eye. I went running to my mom. I was like, Mom, I can't see out of my eye. And she was in her room doing, I don't know, who knows. It was probably wrapping gifts or something.
I thought you were like wrapping like.
No, it was like towards like the winter time. So she's probably doing Christmas gifts. I didn't know what she was doing at the time. And she like saw me, and she was like trying not to freak out. And she like took me to the kitchen. And I saw stuff like dripping on my leg that was red. And I was like, oh, what is that? What is that? My mom was like, she like pretended to yell at my brother. She was like, Dustin, go away. You're dripping juice on your sister. And that's all I really remember. I don't remember going to the ER. I know we went there. And apparently I was just like freaking out because all the doctors. But I don't remember whatsoever except coming home, and I see pictures of myself with like this big bandage over my eye. And like whenever they took it off, it was like all bruised. Like my whole eye was bruised. I only got hit like right here. And like a 7-year-old's not that strong, but luckily.
It's a golf club though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was like the mini one, like for kids.
Still.
But it was metal. But luckily I didn't lose my eye. But that's pretty much one that it's always told.
Yeah, that's pretty intense. Okay, it's my turn. Have you ever had a near-death experience? If so, what happened? I think we answered this question last time, so this is gonna be like Ask Brittany, I guess. I don't know what happened. I guess I just put him back in the bowl accidentally. Here, let me.
Trying to think. I guess whenever I want to say it was 2004, so I was in not high school. I was in junior high. Maybe I was in elementary school. I think I was in junior high. I can't remember, but it was during the summer, and I was going. Like my grandma lives in Houston, and I lived in Katy, which if y'all don't know Texas, they're like 45 minutes away from each other. And my grandma was taking me back to my mom's, and we were making we're at like a big like stop like light, and we were going like left, and a car ran the red light. And I don't know how fast he was going, but he like T-boned us on like my side, and I was sitting in the front seat, and all I remember is like waking up, and I couldn't like breathe, and my grandma was next to me. There's like a lot of smoke and everything, and I was like, Grandma Lou, like, why can't I breathe? She's like, just calm down, just try to breathe. And I was like, I can't, all the smoke. And I was like freaking out, and like I didn't realize we got into a car accident. I didn't know what was happening. Like my grandma was able to move, I couldn't move, and they had like the jaws of life. And I don't know if y'all know what those are, but it's like, I don't know who does it. Is it the police officer? The firefighters do it?
Yeah.
It's to like pry the door open because they couldn't open the door because it was like so bent in. And they did that, and they put me on the stretcher, and they like put the little thing on my neck, and I was like, no, like I have glass in there, stop. And they're like, no, we have to. And I was like, I don't know. I was like 10. And I was like, okay. And I was just like shaking, and like I wasn't like scared. I didn't understand what was happening, but I was like in the hospital. Apparently my face was all cut up. No one would take pictures, even though I told them. Like, I was fine. Well, I was on morphine. But
yeah, you're fine if you're on
well, I mean,
morphine.
I was fine, but it's just like anytime I'd be like, oh, I'm starting to feel pain, get a whole shot of like morphine, and I would like pass out. And apparently like my face was all cut up. Like I have like scars like down here and like on my wrist where like glass got me. I still have a piece of glass in here. Have you felt my glass?
Yeah.
Yeah. I still have a glass in here that they missed. And like I broke like my clavicle, which was the hardest part because, or I mean, what do you call that?
Clavicle?
Yeah, but it's called something else. People don't call it a clavicle.
Neck bone? I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
I've always called it a clavicle.
Collarbone. Yeah, and so you do anything, you like move up here. So I was literally just like laying on the couch, like going to the bathroom was an effort. But I was young, so I healed like within like 6 weeks. I was like fine, and my grandma ended up like breaking her wrist, and like that was it. But I mean, I feel like that was a near-death experience for me. It was very...
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
at the time, I was like, I'm fine. Like, my brother, like, saw me, and he was 3 years older than me. Which, by the way, everyone should learn their social security number. Because literally 2 days before this happened, my brother said, oh, you need to learn this. And I was like, why? Like, I'm 10 years old. And he's like, oh, you never know. Like, you might need it. And no one knew my social security number because my mom hadn't made it to the hospital yet. And I knew it, and they could find me in the system. Like,
wow, yeah.
It was like pretty intense.
I still don't know mine.
And they like the doctor was like, "How?" I remember he's like, "How do you know that?" And I was like, I mean, I'm 10. I was like, "Oh, I don't know. My brother told me I should know it." And like, I was like, "He taught it to me this weekend." I was like, all happy, like not knowing what was happening.
Oh my
like
gosh.
I didn't know what I looked like. I didn't know what was wrong with me. I just knew I was in a little bit of pain, but and I had glass on my face. I could feel it, like just the dried blood. That was the worst. Just dried blood on my face.
God,
like,
you've had a hard childhood. God.
That's probably like the worst. Like, there's pictures of the car, and it's like totally smashed in on my side. I was kind of afraid to drive to ride in the front seat for a while, but I'm good now, no problems.
Okay. What's your turn to choose a question? I took all the ones out that we have already answered,
okay.
which is only like a couple.
What are your Christmas traditions?
Well, we put up a Christmas tree at Thanksgiving. I don't know. Do you do that too?
No, you wait till after Thanksgiving.
No.
We
Well, I mean,
wait
no,
till
because-
like, usually it's like the beginning. Like we don't have specifics. It's usually the beginning of December.
No, see, because like we always spend Christmas at my grandma's house. We go down there for Thanksgiving. We set up the tree, and then go back down there for Christmas.
I think you have a video on you setting up.
Oh
a
yeah,
Christmas tree.
yeah. It's on my
really
channel
cool.
somewhere.
Yeah.
It's kind of dark, but you should. I'm not like dark in like a like we kill somebody,
Yeah.
but like dark as in like it was just
Lighting,
kind of dark.
yeah.
But you can still see kind of what we're doing.
I really like that one.
Other traditions. What do you?
I mean, I guess it's been kind of hard because I've been in college the last 4 years and just like we've like moved from house to house. But we always do like, I mean, me and my brother always set up the tree. We put everything up, but then my mom just takes it all down.
Yeah, that's
we
kind of
don't
what we
do
do
anything down.
Yeah, that's kind of what we do.
Me and my brother always put everything up. We always have a Christmas tree. We have like the whole mantelpiece. We always have like the icicles since those became popular.
Mm-hmm.
We always like hung those up. We don't have like any blow up things, but yeah, we wait usually to the beginning of December and we leave it up till like, I don't know, it's like a week into January. And then, I mean, we go to church on Christmas morning. We have a big Christmas dinner with the family. Turkey, mashed potatoes. It's like
It's
Thanksgiving.
kinda like Thanksgiving part
It's
two.
literally Thanksgiving all over again, but with eggnog.
Thanksgiving the sequel.
Except eggnog, which is
we
my
we
favorite.
don't have eggnog. I don't really like eggnog.
I am in love with eggnog.
I mean, maybe it's because I've only had like store bought. Maybe like if it's like homemade, it's
I've
better.
never had. Well, they used to have these packets that you just bought like a thing of milk, like a half gallon, and you pour packets in, kind of like you know how you make like tacos and you put like the taco seasoning
Yeah.
in, but they don't sell them anymore. But HEB's is really good. It's,
Product placement.
oh yeah. Well, if you don't know what HEB is, it's a store here in Texas.
As far as like in the past like 4 years or something, we started like my parents started getting me like an annual Christmas ornament every year,
Oh, that's cool.
and it's something I really like, and you know it's like special because it's like once a year and everything. We're not really like, I mean, we used to when we were kids. We used to have like a Christmas Eve program, like where me and my sister, and then when my cousin came along, my cousin would do like this Mary and Joseph, like, you know, like the story of
Reenactment,
Christmas,
yeah.
pretty much, yeah. And And then we stopped doing that just because, like, I mean, we're kind of a little old
Oh.
for that. We stopped doing that when we were early teenagers, I think, when we stopped doing that. But
We always watch, what's that movie that comes on?
the one with the
You shot?
Christmas Story?
Yeah, we always watch Christmas Story. Like, we just have it because this constantly, like, rerun.
Oh, yeah.
We just
Yeah,
constantly, that's always on the background.
Yeah.
And I still put out cookies for Santa. Not gonna lie, I always tell my 21 years old. Santa's real. Santa's real.
What, as far as like Christmas morning, what is like what do y'all do? Like, is it?
It depends on where I'm staying. If I stay with my brother, but it's pretty much we get up. Like when we were younger, me and my brother, of course, would wake up at like 6 a.m.
The only time you would wake up at 6 a.m. the entire year.
And then we'd go like to our tree and be like, oh, Santa came. And then my mom's thing was she would not get up until 8 o'clock. So we'd go downstairs. We're allowed to open up our stocking without her being there. We always have stocking, which always had really cool stuff like razors and deodorant and underwear.
The stuff you need.
Pretty much stuff you need. You got the toothpaste for the year. And then we'd go underneath the Christmas tree, and then because Santa would like put ours like different places. And
Your
so
stockings?
No, like our presents
under
the
presents.
Christmas tree. And so we'd go and like, oh, this one's mine. Oh, this is my pile. Oh, this one's yours. And we like set out the different pile because Santa always brought some stuff for like my mom and stuff too. So we'd always just go and do that. Then at 8 o'clock exactly, mom, Santa came. But I mean, now that we're older, we just kind of get up whenever. Oh, the Macy's Day Parade. No, wait, is that Thanksgiving?
That's Thanksgiving.
Don't they have a parade?
They have something. Morning? I don't know.
They have something on TV.
Well, we don't ever watch TV on Christmas morning. So
it's always like a background thing that we have going.
Yeah. So let me think. So my grandma, since like, as far as I can remember, like whenever I was the only kid, and she would play. It's some, I can't think of the song right now. I can't believe it. Like it's by Dolly Parton, and it's like a Christmas song. She plays that. She like blasts that to wake us up, and it's usually like 8 a.m. I think, about that time.
No, I'd like wake up as soon as the sun came up, and I was like, "Did Santa come?"
No, there have been times where I've woken up at like 4, and like I'm like, are my parents awake?
Yeah.
And then I like go out and like look, and then like come back, and then I'm like 4 more hours.
Yeah.
Like try to go to sleep.
Oh, I remember. Now it's just kind of like another day. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, it's.
Did it ever snow on y'all for Christmas Eve or Christmas Day?
It was.
Was it 2009? Because that's when it was for
I thought it was like 2006. It was supposed to snow. It was supposed to snow in my hometown. Like we like a 20% chance of snow, and like 20% chance of snow is like a blizzard anywhere else.
Yeah.
You're like, yes, snow. But so we had to go down to my grandma's house, and she lives near the coast, and we're like, oh, it's not going to snow. And so it didn't snow in my hometown, but it snowed over a foot.
Oh my God, no.
Like at my grandma's, I was like, oh my, I've never seen so much snow so close to the ocean.
I think it snowed like once in Houston, Texas, since I've been alive. And we like freaked out, and it was like enough. It was like actually sticking to the ground. Like it was what some people don't think is snow. It was ice,
like
whatever.
Sleet or whatever. Yeah.
But whatever, it stuck.
Yeah.
And my brother, like we were throwing snowballs, but we had to stop because we would throw them, and you would get bruises. But it was so compacted because it was like ice that it wouldn't break. So we're like literally throwing chunks of ice at each other, and it was so painful. And I made like, I don't even know how many snow angels.
You're like, this is.
It was like okay.
It
wasn't even like a foot of snow. Like that's how pathetic it was.
No, like it'll snow in San Antonio kind of often, and you'll always like hear it on the news, and it's usually like in the north parts of San Antonio, and like it'll snow like just like that much, like just enough to stick on the ground, and people are like freaks out. Yeah.
Remember our freshman year?
It snowed here like
it was like an inch. Classes were canceled.
Yeah,
people freaking out.
Pretty much anybody anywhere north of where we live are like an inch. Like that's nothing.
And we're like snow day.
Yeah.
Oh, that
like
was
it snows that much
fun.
in the summer.
I have so many pictures of me like sitting in the snow.
Yeah, I remember
all those like selfies. I was like,
I remember I remember waking up like at 3 or 4 in the morning and just like seeing like West Campus just like blanketed, and I like took a picture, and then I'm like you could hear like everybody just like outside, and I was like, I'm kind of tired and like don't want to go outside.
Yeah,
and
I was up. I was like, I don't have my 9 a.m. class. I don't care. I'm gonna be up.
I don't remember what I was doing the next day, but I remember going out at like noon the next day, and it was like, unless it wasn't in like a shadow, all the snow was gone. It was really depressing.
You lived in Dobie though, right?
I lived on San Antonio Street.
Oh, your freshman year?
Yeah, and sophomore.
Oh. But
yeah.
Oh no, yeah, that at the Castilian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying not to say it, but whatever.
Sorry.
It doesn't matter. I'm not living there now, so.
Well, it doesn't matter.
So yeah, I guess we're gonna call it. That's it, because we're almost like 16 minutes right now. So what we're going to do, if you want to leave your questions, leave them in the comments or on Twitter. But what I'm going to do now with Brittany, since we kind of have some time, is we're going to. I'm going to leave a link in the description. I'm going to upload just an audio version of what we're going to record after this on SoundCloud. So go to the link down there. I might, if I can, leave it on the screen. I'm not sure if I can. And then it's going to be some length, probably a long, like longer than this probably. I don't even know. And we'll probably answer like one more question, and then we'll like just like plan some topics to talk about. So if y'all want to hear that, click on the link in the description. But until the next episode, see y'all. Bye.
Bye.